folks are ready as their guys get set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? This one fielded at the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. In store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play. Well, they had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He sets to fire deep. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down inbounds. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So this punt sails out of bounds across midfield. Now the question, they're going to spot it right at the 40, the 40-yard line. Starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now Wilson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Breaks the tackle, now Allen. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Buying time to his left. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And Washington has taken the first quarter lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CB, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the...
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Cam Akers, 88 yards. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left, early in November, but they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. He finds his man complete. That's Lamb. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. They got spot 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes. And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And Washington has taken the lead. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backwards.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and follow up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
He'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Pulled in at the 24. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is...
And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And Washington able to come up with a quick strike touchdown. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. They'll set up to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Townsend. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for L.A. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for L.A. And how about this, a fake? Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. Well, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. On 2nd and 1, Wilson. Going left side here, and it's complete. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings from some reason.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And the Rams are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, and he fires one that's intercepted. picked up by Javon Holland, and he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown. Rosas good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded inside the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. On first down, they'll start out with Akers. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Now this Washington defense, Charles, terrific in the victory a week ago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. Gets through, and now an opening. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, L.A. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there. Extra point by Gain is up and good, and that cuts this lead down to 13. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now.
And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Diaz. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards. To throw is Wilson. Flushed out right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Gibson. He tried to break that plane but couldn't get there, and that's going to leave him now at 3rd and goal. Gibson again. And Gibson looking for some kind of opening, but he has none. They rally up to stop him short of the marker. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the offense will recover, but it won't make much difference here. This will still be a turnover on downs. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this Rams defense comes up with a goal line stand. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. The Rams on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2. They're going to look to throw. Open man is Michael Thomas. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Check it out, please. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Going quickly here to Thomas. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big connection on that one. 33 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. He'll look to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off near the 42. And now off to the races down the right side.
And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown.
Roses now to add the PAT. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Next is Washington 34.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field positioning. Taking it right down Broadway. He's at the 40, 20. Touchdown, L.A.
So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
Extra point by Gain is up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This one fielded at the 5.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Again, Wilson. He finds his man complete. It's Lamb. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams 33. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
You have to ask the question, where was the help? Because it's a little surprising to me that he found that much room to run this close to the end zone. He doesn't quite get there, but he sets his guys up for the 1st and goal.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. They'll try to run with Gibson, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number 1, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number 2, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. Gets it up around the 22 and no further. Did show some power on the run, but not a whole lot of room. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On the handoff, it's Akers. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
And they will get to him behind the line, but the clock continues to tick down. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. Let's put him on the...
Play action. Now Wilson. He'll fire deep downfield from Lamb. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat at every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
Now this throw caught left side. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Now here's a throw that's complete and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Throwing again here, Wilson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
After what they've faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Now it's Wilson. Dancing to his left. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. To throw again is Wilson. Steps away to his left. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Zach Wilson taking it in from 11 yards out. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that will bump the lead up to 26. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Back to throw here. Going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Wilson's throw pulled in by Lamb. And he's got this down to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. Being chased out left. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair. Because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
25, check 25, check 25. 46. 43 is the mic. Here we go.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson. Oh, now a strip. He loses the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do...
Touchdown! CeeDee Lamb with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Washington offense just continuing to pour it on.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving them up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. This one fielded at the 5. And he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Flag down. This could set him back. Now, this is going to put him back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to float this one deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And the Rams are going to take possession here at their own 33. Well, I don't want to take too much away from his performance throwing the football. He's got the 4 touchdown passes, but this now a second interception of the ball game.
And, partner, part of what's gotten him the 4 touchdowns is a certain fearlessness. But that fearlessness borders with recklessness, and the latter just occurred.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
On the give, this is Akers. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. To throw. We'll dump this off to Akers. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. They're going to try and throw. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 47. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all these picks have been his fault. You know, some of those, yes, but have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
In the 3rd quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. A handoff for Gibson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Back now at FedEx Field. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll run. It's Gibson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Flush to his right. Going right side here, and that's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Oh, good move. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gibson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And this Washington offense continuing to add to their lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Now after After the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll run this with Akers. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take a shot here for Hooper downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep...
Touchdown, Washington. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Washington offense just continuing to pour it on. And Howie clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll set up a throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 20. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They go play action now. Wilson. That is caught by Lamb. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Wilson will throw again. It's Incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jerry Tillery tracks him down away in the backfield for a loss of 16. Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here for the 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for it.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. They'll roll him out right. It's caught by Hooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is taken in at the 5. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point by Gay is up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch taken here at the 5-yard line. Oh, interesting. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Drop deep, drop deep. Hey, check Mike 21.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Wilson. And he fires one incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football.
How did that not connect? That's one of the rare deep balls he hasn't hit so far. 5 touchdowns already, and you see he's still airing it out. I wonder if he's getting run plays that are sent in, and he's switching them to deep passes.
He finds his man complete. It's Diaz. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the shotgun, Wilson. Forced out to his left. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Check, 43. Check.
He finds his man, complete. That's Diaz.
Hard to have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They've been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Wilson wants to throw it. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. And incomplete here. So that will leave him with 16 on the clock. To throw again on second down. Wilson eluding the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To throw is Wilson. This is caught. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2. Wilson going to throw for it. Flushed out right. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. John Johnson with the INT. He's at the 50. 30. The 20. 10. 5. Well, that was almost a 4-point swing. The interception, if he had returned it all the way, would have been 2 for them, but just a little bit shy.
And when it's a play like that, you're exactly right with the math. But don't you feel like it would have counted for more if they found their way all the way back to the end zone and gotten the 2? That changes the whole momentum, doesn't it?
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
A big offensive explosion help leading